Dog pooped in the house again. He got into some turkey. It's been about a year and a half. He pooped 3 times, once, twice, and in this big old doozy here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to clean this up. I have a water pitcher that I use for outside. I have our rag towels. I have some dish soap, and I have some paper towels. These two over here are pretty slimy. This one's a lot less slimy. I also have a carpet cleaner just in case. I'm going to see if I can clean this with just paper towels and some soap and the rags without using the carpet cleaner. If you have access to some disposable gloves, you might want to use those. I do not. I'm going to use a paper towel here. So first thing I'm going to do is pick this up, and if you have, and I just have a box here. Since I'm using paper towels, I do not want to drop these down into my septic. Otherwise, if you're just using toilet paper or don't have a septic, you can put these right into the toilet. I'm going to come over here. Here's the last one. I've gotten the major crud off. I'm just going to try to get it so it's a little drier. And as you can see, I'm pinching everything into the middle. I'm not sliding it back and forth. So I'm trying to keep that stain from spreading. So I'm drawing it into the center. I give it a quick squirt. There's not too much in there, maybe just about a half a tablespoon. And then I fill my container up. You can use a bowl, you can use whatever you need to. And then I use that mixture to clean the dog poop. Next thing we'll do is we'll put a little bit of dish soap onto the stain, and then we'll pour some of our solution on top. And again, I'm going to kind of pinch it, pull it into the middle, and try to suck up some of this water by drawing the stain into the middle. And again, I'm using towels that are rag towels for outside, or I'm working on the car. So, as you can see, I've got most of this cleaned up already. So I haven't had to use my carpet cleaner. So I will have to rinse that off because there's some soap on there still. And I'm going to try to clean this one with just this mixture here. So on this one, I'm not putting any dish soap from the bottle directly in here. And I'm going to see what happens here. So it doesn't look like it's cleaning the stain as well. It looks like it's coming. And that cleaned just as well. I didn't add any extra dish soap, just what I had here. And it actually looks like there's going to be less here for me to rinse off. So when you're done, you can put your rags if you want to just throw them away. Depends on what you're using yours for. I'm sure if you use hot water and chlorine bleach, they'd be fine if you wanted to clean them up. If you did use your bath towels, wash them right away so you don't stain them. If I have any dish soapy water left, I can just pour that right into the toilet, and then I'm going to rinse this container out. Bubble free and just totally water. I try to use cold water. Hot water has a tendency to help set stains if they don't come out the first try. So here's that first stain. So I'm going to pour some just straight water on it. And again, I'm going to pull it into the center, and I don't want to spread that soap all over. So, and again, And I'll have to do this a few times until I kind of stop seeing the soap bubbles. So again, I'm just keeping this centralized. And I'm on another rag here. This is it here, so I'm not getting any more soap pushing around. It's just water. So I'll end up drying this. I'll step on this as well. Really try to absorb as much of that water out of the carpet as I can in the padding. Looks a little darkened, and it's just still there's moisture in the carpet. I'll put a fan on this, and we'll get a picture of that, all 3 of these spots tomorrow. So here I'm taking pure water, and again I'm going to pour it into the center there. Try to scrub it into one area. So I poured onto this. It looks like no soap is coming up anymore. So I'll really dig into this with my fingers, using your body weight. You can see that the stain is gone, but I'm going to try to pull the fibers back so they're standing up, so when I put a fan on this it can get in there better and penetrate that to dry out better. So I have one last one over here. This is the one that I just used the soap that was in the container for. And when I'm pouring this on here, there's less soap here, so this one should clean up fairly quickly. And this will take less water. So the less soap we use, the less water we're going to use to rinse it. And that's going to be better for your padding and your carpet. So I'm pouring that water and I'm quickly trying to get that up quick, pull the water out. So we don't want this soap residue in there as well. It looks like on this one, it's already coming up. I don't see any soap residue already. So here's that same spot. All I used is that dish soap. A little bit of water. I used a little bit more dish soap on these spots. That spot was just the water and a little squirt of dish soap inside there, so I didn't add anything extra to that. That one cleaned up just as nice, was a lot easier to rinse off. All of them worked out nice. I've done this several times. I've even spilled soda, like Coca-Cola, and used this, and it's cleaned up extremely nice. Give it a shot if you think it's going to work for you. Don't guarantee it, but best of luck.